Well, hello! Welcome back to my channel. Jashana here to talk about some friggin' books and stuff in a tag. I thought I did this tag, but apparently I didn't. So here we fucking are. I suck at life. Like, I wrote out all the fucking questions. Did I do this tag? It feels like I did. But when I look at my channel, I don't see it. Yeah, no, I did not do this. Oh, too funny. Yeah, it's called the First Time Book Tag, and it was created by, I always forget how to pronounce, getting Hygge with it? Hygge? Is it Hygge? Hygge? I don't know. And I'll have their video linked down below, and hopefully this will be quick, because I'm kind of on a time crunch. Prompt number 1, sorry, not sorry. The first book you could not stop gushing about. I don't really know, and I mean, when I was younger, I don't know that I gushed about books. Did I? I probably did. I'd probably yammered to my mom about them, and she was probably like, yeah, great, wonderful. But I know some that I loved. Julie of the Wolves, I've talked about this before, by Jean Craighead George. I was fucking obsessed with wolves. I wanted to be a wolf. I would pretend to be a wolf all the time. So this was my shit. And then also Holes by Louis Sachar, I'm not sure. Love this. I mean, childhood classic, right? Number 2, Thank You, Next. The first book you wish you had DNF'd. And honestly, I don't know. I truly cannot remember any from my childhood. I don't know that I really DNF'd books when I was a kid. Like, I just, you know, I was reading like all these little chapter books that I just blew through, so like I didn't feel the need to not finish reading them, because I was like, I'll be able to finish it in like a day. I really can't remember. Oh, one that I read so many years ago, I don't remember when. Don't Breathe a Word by, was it Jennifer? Yeah, Jennifer McMahon. I don't even really remember what the fucking book was about. Something with fairies? But I remember hating it and being like, I wasted my time reading this book. So I guess that one, I'll say that's the first one I can remember being like, I wasted my time. I shouldn't have read this. Prompt number 3, Working Wonders. The first book that helped you through something hard in your life. I've said this before, I don't really read for comfort during difficult times in my life. If I'm going through something truly stressful, traumatic, whatever, I found that I just don't read. I watch dumb TV. But like, I'm sure there's books that made me feel seen and stuff. When I was a kid, I guess I would say the Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul books was my shit. I had all of them. There were like so fucking many. And I think I had Chicken Soup for the Pet Lover's Soul also, and like for the Christian Soul, because I was like all into that when I was younger. So probably those, I don't know, because I remember reading those and being like,
other teenagers feeling my feelings or whatever.
Prompt number 4, Don't Turn Out the Lights. The first book that gave you chills. The first ones that I can remember, I don't remember which one in particular was the first one, but for some reason when I was in like middle school, maybe high school, I got on a Dean Koontz kick. I don't know why. And I just remember those creeping me out a hell of a lot. The one, Hideaway, my God, I can't think about it too hard still, because it's kind of traumatizing. Number 5, Can I Get My Time Back, Please? The first book that made you angry. And again, as a kid, I read so much and I didn't keep track of them, and I can't remember all of them, and I can't remember any from my childhood that like made me angry. I would say maybe, and I have it over there, but I'm not going to get it, A People's History of the United States by Howard Zinn, but not because it, like, the book made me angry, like I hated it, but just because I was like, wow, they taught me not shit in history in middle school and high school. Like, just that feeling of betrayal, and like I've been lied to my whole life about so many things. So probably that. I was like my freshman year of college. Prompt number 6, Out of Your Comfort Zone. The first book that made you fall in love with a genre you'd never really read before. And it pains me to say, but the Sookie Stackhouse series, Dead Until Dark, the first book, I hadn't really gotten into like paranormal fantasy Prior to that, I mean, I'm sure I had read something before that would count as paranormal fantasy, but that was my first, like, real foray into that, and I loved the first 4 or 5 books at the time. We now know I fucking cannot stand Sookie Stackhouse. But, yeah, that one probably. It's what started my, you know, foray into more fantasy in general. And here we are now, where I mostly read fantasy. Number 7, Mirror Image, the first book that made you feel known. Partially, I guess I could say Julie of the Wolves, because she was a girl that went and lived with wolves.
And I was like, hell yeah, I want to be that.
And there's probably some books in my childhood that made me feel known or whatever. But more recent ones, and especially upon the reread for this one, Soulless by Gail Carriger, Alexia Terabati is just, I love her. And so much about her makes me feel very seen. And I'm like, that's how I see that. I'm very suspicious that I might be a soulless. Not literally. It's made up, guys. But yeah, I definitely feel seen in the character of Alexia Terabati. I see myself in her. Not in all ways, but in many ways. And then, unsurprisingly, City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. Vivian Morris, at least, look at all these tabs. Jesus Christ. These are all positive tabs. But yeah, Vivian Morris, definitely in her later years. Not so much when she's younger. There are parts of her when she's younger that I'm like, I was probably dumb, kind of like that when I was a kid. But like, I don't have that much in common with her younger version of herself. Like, she came from money, high society. She's very sheltered, like not aware of the world and just whatever. So I don't really relate to that. But in her older years, I definitely relate to her. My God, there are so many quotes she has where in my 30s, and I've just been like, yep, that's how I feel for sure. And yeah, I love her. I love her so much. And I love this book so much. Who is surprised? And number 8, the final prompt is hop aboard the Wayback Machine. The first book you reviewed on BookTube. So the first individual book that I reviewed was Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. And I hated it. I wasn't hating it. I was like, it's fine. It's like, little YA contemporary, blah, whatever, cute. And then the ending happened, and it still makes me angry to this day. Like, just why? Why the fuck? It was like so terrible. I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to spoil anything. But yeah, I fucking hated that book after I finished that. And then the first one that I liked, and I think this was like the second one, but it was like a series, was the Cemetery of Forgotten Books series, which I want to reread soon and finally read the final book that got published last year, I think, The Labyrinth of Spirits. But yeah, that was one that I reviewed that series. And those were the first books I talked about on BookTube. And there we are. Those are the prompts. That's all. Tag your it if you want to do it. As per usual, I'm a lazy bitch and I'm not gonna tag people. Like, comment, and subscribe and all that shit if you feel so inclined. If you just want to say hello but you don't have any further comment, leave a cute little emoji down below. As always, thank you so much for your time. Hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.